Hey, scrappy people, it's Tracy Reed here, coming at you with a Project Life. This is not Project Life. This is a pocket scrapping video, but I don't do Project Life anymore. So it is a pocket layout, a 9 by 12, and this is, as you saw in the very beginning, companion page to the token game tavern layout that I've already posted. So I'm going to be using the Cocoa Daisy, Simon, and Betty kit for this page as well. It matches very well. I'm so impressed with how this lovey-dovey Valentine's Day kit is so versatile. So it matches these photos really well. And you'll notice that I don't pull out any of the green and the yellow really that I did on the other side, green, yellow, and orange. But it still really coordinates really well. I basically just use the pink and the red and the blue in this layout with touches of the other colors in the embellishments. So I decided to cut down just that one piece of 6x8 paper to make both of those 4x6 cards, and I won't be cutting down the 3x4 photos for this layout. I've decided to keep them 3x4 size and instead embellish on top of them. I'm liking the flexibility I'm giving myself going back and forth between whether or not I want to get really super layery or if I want to keep my 3x4s full size. So I'm just kind of doing a little bit of rearranging here, starting to add in the layers that I want to include. And this little box is actually from the dollar store, from Dollar Tree. And I grabbed a couple of them, and they even have like little rounded like the top of a few of those little sections is rounded so you can fit washi tape in them. It's pretty cool. I decided that I'm going to use this black alphabet that came in the classified kit to add writing the dragon on this photo. So these photos are a series of photos that I took on our most recent motorcycle ride. We haven't been on a motorcycle ride in a while because it's cold, but this day was supposed to be nearly 70 degrees and it was a Monday, and I convinced Patrick to play hooky and go on a motorcycle ride with me. He was in a funk, a little bit of a funk with work, and so I felt like he needed a day off, and there's no better way to entice him to take a vacation day than to say, let's go on a motorcycle ride. And since the weather was absolutely stunning, that's what we did. So we rode on this really famous motorcycle road called the Tail of the Dragon, and it is at the bottom of it is Tennessee, and at the top of it is North Carolina, and it's down in the bottom corner of Tennessee, the bottom North Carolina side corner, and it is a really according to lore, we hadn't been on it yet, this is the first time, a really dangerous road. And so we had never been on it before because everyone kept telling us how dangerous it was and how scary it was. So we took this time in January to go down this road when there would be no one else on the road, basically, and there really was hardly anyone else on the road. So that there would be no pressure to go faster than we wanted to, and we could take our time. However, this road was not scary. There are a lot of turns. There's something like 300 turns in 11 miles. So yeah, there's a lot of switchbacks, a lot of turns. But as long as you go the speed limit, it's not a scary ride. It was actually a really beautiful ride. And what's interesting is I don't get car sick, but man, I got car sick on the back of this motorcycle like nobody's business. But it was okay. I didn't lose my lunch or anything like that. The only bummer about going this time of year was that everything touristy, like the restaurants and things that are at the top and, well, basically the top of this and not the bottom, were all closed. So we had to go back into town to have our dinner, our date dinner that we normally do when we go out. So I've got a few pictures on the, or I've got two pictures on the back of the bike, just some really pretty scenery off of the bike. Then that top right picture is actually a tree at the top of the dragon that is in a parking lot of a hotel, and it's hard to tell from here, but it is a monument to all of the people who are stupid and crashed their motorcycles on this road. So a lot of people are really not that smart when it comes to riding their motorcycle, and they go faster than they should around corners that they shouldn't, and there's a lot of crashes on the Dragon. In fact, 2 people died last year, even though the speed limit in most places is 25 or less. There's a sign down at the bottom on the Tennessee side that I'm actually adding that arrow to right now. That yellow sign says caution, high crash area for motorcycles the next 11 miles. It's just a really big deal. So that tree has all kinds of motorcycle parts hanging off of it, and there's stories written onto the motorcycle parts. And so Patrick was looking at the tree and all of the motorcycle parts, and I just really loved that photo of him doing that. So I included it in my spread here. And then the other photo on the bottom left is a it's not a waterfall, it's a dam that they happened to be letting water out of as we drove past it on the North Carolina side, and it was just such a stunning photo, even with all like the industrial dam stuff that you could see. And actually, so the way that the road works is we're driving across a bridge over the river right now, and then you go up a road on the left-hand side of that photo. So I kind of liked the way that the photo kind of represented that, but you can't really tell that that's the direction that we were going. So I'm going to add some arrows in on this card that kind of wrap around that corner of the photo, and will add to, at least in my mind, because I know what I was thinking when I made this page, the way that the road went around that waterfall. So I'm adding some stamps in here again. Here are the arrows that I'm going to add to this card, and I'm trying to figure out how I want to add them. So I'm going to add this one horizontally down at the bottom corner to sort of mimic the direction of the bridge. And then I'm going to add one vertically on the left-hand side to mimic the direction of, the way that you drive around the waterfall. Just kind of taking that corner. So I'm stamping on foam, and I got some new ink. I finally decided to invest in some ink, and so I really love, this is a Memento ink in whatever their black color is called. I got the gray color too, and it works a lot better than that old dried out ink I was using. I guess if I'm investing in inks now, I'm officially going to start calling myself someone who likes to stamp. Maybe not. Adding an arrow here too, just because I want to. I liked the repetition of having another arrow there. Kind of looking through the rest of my stamps, seeing if I want to add anything else. And I was thinking about adding some more stamping, but I changed my mind and just let the arrows be the only stamps there. I didn't want to mess anything up. I didn't want to reprint any photos, so I decided to quit while I was ahead. I had that little light bulb, less as an idea sort of symbol and more as a warning type symbol wrapping around that sign. I think I really want to draw attention to the fact that it was a dangerous ride, but it really wasn't. It really wasn't. If you follow the rules and do what you're supposed to be doing, and I very much trust my husband's driving when he's driving the motorcycle, it's actually a really fun and serene ride when you are not being surrounded by a bunch of crazy people who are trying to go too fast, which we weren't, luckily. So I'm adding some string to this tag because it's black, and it'll bring in some more of that black that I'm using. And I decided to add in my journaling next. I'm feeling like I'm not quite ready yet with this this layout. Something is still bugging me. So I add in my journaling as I give myself time to think, and I'm thinking that I want to add in these paper airplanes. I just want it to be a little bit more whimsical. So I'm going to add in this little one up in the corner, and I'm really struggling with the larger one because it's too big for what I want it for. So I think, okay, well, I'll just add this one here, and I'll start putting things away, and that'll be good. But no, I finally find underneath here, da, 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 that there was a smaller one. Yay! So I was thinking about adding it to the same photo, but instead I want to add it here. And that was what was bugging me. This heart right here was bugging me. And I want it on there because it says you and me, but I didn't like where it was placed. So I'm trying to work out a situation here with the paper airplane and the heart so that they can coexist on this card peacefully. So I'm going to add the heart over here in this corner. Nope, nope, not there. Right, nope, we're not leaving it there. Nope, oh. Yes, right there. That's where we're going to put the heart. And then the paper airplane is going to go above the title and we are good to go. So if you enjoyed this video, I'd love it if you give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, go ahead and subscribe. I would love to have you. And if you don't already, go ahead and follow me over on Instagram. I am at Tracy M. Reed. Thank you.